Dear friends, there is a profound truth that we must understand today. A miracle from God is not something that happens outside of us. It is something that happens within us. It begins in our hearts, in our thoughts, and in our imagination. When we believe with every fiber of our being that a miracle is about to unfold, we unlock the power to bring it into existence. You see, the world around us is shaped by what we hold in our minds. Everything we see, everything we experience, is born from the thoughts we entertain. And God, in His infinite wisdom, has given us the ability to shape those thoughts, to mold our reality according to His will. This is the power of imagination. When you begin to imagine yourself living in the fullness of God's promise, your thoughts begin to shift, and your life begins to align with those promises. But here is the key. What you believe in your heart today is what you will experience tomorrow. If you believe that you are destined for failure, that is what you will find. But if you believe that you are walking in the abundant grace of God, that your breakthrough is just around the corner, then that is what you will begin to see. Your beliefs are the compass that directs your life. So, I ask you, what do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about your future? If you can change your belief, you can change your life. And when we talk about faith, we are not speaking about a passive hope. Faith is not waiting for a miracle to happen to you. Faith is knowing without a shadow of a doubt that the miracle is already unfolding. It is the belief in what you cannot see. The miracle is already in the spiritual realm, and your faith is the bridge that brings it into the physical world. You do not need to see it to believe it. Believing it is what makes it visible. So today, I urge you to step into that place of faith. Imagine yourself in the miracle you desire. See it clearly in your mind. Feel it deeply in your heart, and trust that it is already on its way. The God of miracles is not distant or far away. He is right here, right now, and He is waiting for you to believe. A miracle from God is about to happen in your life. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. And that when is determined by your faith, your belief, and your willingness to receive what has already been given. Believe in the impossible, trust in the unseen, and know that the miracle you have been waiting for is already on its way. Imagination is not just a fleeting thought or a daydream. It is the creative power within you that shapes your reality. Every idea, every vision you hold in your mind is the starting point for the life you will experience. The power of imagination is divine in its nature, for it is through this inner vision that we begin to align with the infinite possibilities that God has already set before us. When you close your eyes and begin to imagine, you are engaging in a process far greater than you may realize. You are not simply fantasizing about things that are beyond your reach. You are connecting with a higher reality, a reality that already exists in the unseen world. This world of possibility is where miracles are born. The mind is a portal through which you can access the very things that seem impossible in the natural world. The Bible teaches us that we are made in the image of God. What does this mean? It means that the same creative force that brought the universe into existence is within you. Just as God spoke and the world came into being, so too can you speak into your life through your thoughts, your beliefs, and your imagination. You are, in a sense, a co-creator with the divine. Your imagination is the canvas upon which God can paint His will for your life. But how often do we underestimate the power of our thoughts? How often do we limit ourselves by thinking that the miracles we desire are too far out of reach? The truth is that the miracle is already within you. It starts with the vision you hold in your heart and mind. It is the belief that what seems impossible is not only possible but already on its way. God has placed within you the ability to create your world through your imagination. The key is to trust in the process and allow that vision to take root in your soul. The beliefs you carry in your heart and mind today are the very foundation of the life you will experience tomorrow. Everything you perceive around you, the circumstances, the people, the opportunities, and even the challenges, are a direct reflection of the beliefs you hold deep within. The reality you live in is shaped not by external forces, but by the inner convictions and thoughts that define your understanding of what is possible. What you believe today, you will live tomorrow. Beliefs are not just abstract thoughts. They are powerful forces that influence your behavior, your decisions, and even your emotions. When you believe that something is impossible, your actions will be aligned with that belief, and you will unknowingly close yourself off to opportunities that might have otherwise been available to you. On the other hand, when you believe in the possibility of greatness, when you believe in the fullness of God's promises for your life, you begin to act in ways that reflect that belief. You become a magnet for the very things you believe you deserve. The power of belief lies in its ability to shape our perception of the world. It acts as a lens through which we view every situation. If you carry a belief that the world is filled with limitations and obstacles, you will see obstacles everywhere you look. Your mind will focus on what's wrong rather than what could be right. But when you hold a belief that God's plan for your life is full of abundance, opportunities, and miracles, your perception, you begin to notice possibilities that were once hidden from view. Faith is the unseen force that connects the present to the future, the visible to the invisible. It is the key that unlocks the door to the miracles waiting for you, even when you cannot yet see them. Faith does not rely on what is immediately present or visible. Rather, it rests on the assurance of things hoped for, the confidence in what has not yet manifested. The realm of the unseen, where dreams and miracles begin, is a place that faith can access, bridging the gap between your current circumstances and the life you desire to live. When we talk about faith, we are not speaking of blind hope or passive waiting. Faith is active. It is a force that moves you into alignment with the very things you believe. It is not merely a mental agreement with a concept. It is a deep, unshakable knowing that what is unseen will one day be seen. When you possess true faith, you stop waiting for the conditions to be perfect in order to believe. Instead, you believe first, and then the conditions begin to shift in your favor. This is the miracle of faith. It enables you to see the invisible before it becomes visible in the physical world. Faith allows you to live in the reality of God's promises before those promises have been fully realized in your life. It is the assurance that what is promised in the unseen realm is already on its way to you. When you live by faith, you no longer wait for the external world to tell you what is possible. You create the world you desire through the power of faith. Faith is the lens through which you see the unseen potential that is already in existence, waiting to be brought into your life. The key to this kind of faith is trust. Trust in what you cannot yet see. Trust that what God has promised you is already yours, and trust that He is working in ways beyond your understanding to bring it into manifestation. In this place of trust, you surrender the need to control every outcome, and instead you embrace the certainty that God's will for your life will come to pass, regardless of the circumstances you currently face. You trust that the miracle is already on its way, even if the evidence does not yet show itself in your life. Living by faith is not always easy, for it requires a constant shift in your thinking. It is so easy to be distracted by what is happening in the natural world, to be overwhelmed by the challenges you face or the things that seem impossible, but faith calls you to rise above those circumstances and see beyond the natural. It calls you to trust in what God has said, to hold on to the promises that He has made, and to believe in what is yet unseen. Faith empowers you to stand firm in the face of uncertainty, to believe in God's timing, and to expect the impossible to become possible. True faith requires you to declare the reality of the unseen, even when your present reality does not match it. It is saying yes to God's promises in the midst of what appears to be a contradiction. It is declaring victory when all you see is defeat, declaring healing when the body feels sick, declaring abundance when scarcity surrounds you. Faith speaks the language of possibility, and when you speak that language, the unseen begins to make its way into the visible world. You have the power to shape your life, to transform your reality, and to align your thoughts with the promises of God. Believe in the power of your imagination, trust in the beliefs that guide your steps, and have faith that the unseen is just as real as what you can touch and see. Know that God is working in your life even when you cannot see it. Your breakthrough is on the horizon. The miracle you desire is already on its way, and it is within your grasp. Keep your heart open, your mind focused, and your faith unwavering. Thank you for joining me today. May you walk in the fullness of your God-given potential, and may miracles continue to unfold in your life. God bless you all.